What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to my podcast. Now, there's a reason why people are still excited about the reboot and the future of the franchise. I mean, if you look at Blue Beetle film, I think you will know the way he moves his weapons, the CGI, and them using machines and the ships and flying objects, the robots, and all of that. That is what I imagine from the Power Rangers franchise for the Power Rangers series, the reboot series from Jonathan Entwistle. So I was watching Dawson Ryder's video on this topic as well, and he has some very good points. And so you're gonna get some good points from me as well. So this is what he had to say. I'm a big fan of Jonathan Entwistle's previous output, End of the Effing World, and I'm not okay with this, with fresh and groundbreaking TV. I'm confident that if Hasbro can get the new Entwistle's YA Power Rangers reboot series off the ground, it'll be revealing and original. That part right there, he was trying to say that we have to move away from the Toei output in terms of them using Japanese footage just to match the location, whether it's in California or New Zealand. And we knew that Power Rangers is not going to be filming in New Zealand anymore after 20 plus years since 2002. So to me, either they're going to film the Power Rangers reboot in LA or in Canada. But to me, we know that most action films and TV shows were basically filmed in Canada. But I think where the 2017 Power Rangers movie went south, even though it was filmed in Canada, the story and the action, it was not Power Rangers to me. That's just my honest truth, and I'm gonna continue to say all of that because I believe that is truth, and everybody felt the exact same way about it. But to me, I've always been a big believer of trying anything original, and I just want this franchise to get off the ground because the 2017 Power Rangers reboot tried to do that, but it failed on its own miserably because it was just not good to me. And the marketing was a fail, the promotion of the film was failed, and it tried to compete with the big leagues, with Beauty and the Beast. That did not go so well. And Naomi Scott said it best, even though we wanted to be like the rest of the Hollywood A-listers films, but it was not Go-Go Power Rangers, it was not good. And it failed. She even admitted it herself that we could have done better. You know, if you like the 2017 Power Rangers film, more power to you, but I'm just not a big fan of this project at all. So to me, this Jonathan Entwistle project could be a giant step up for the upcoming reboot project on Netflix, and I believe that it can work. You know, if you move away from the Toei side, like using the Sentai footage just to match the locations in terms of fight scenes and all of that, which stories from the Sentai you're gonna adapt it from. But to me, if you're going to reboot the franchise, I would say, you know, continuing to use Jason, Zach, Billy, Trini, and Kimberly, and Tommy, because you've seen Jonathan Entwistle's Instagram story and about him wishing JDF on his 50th birthday, and he was saying that it's a shame that his character would have been amazing in the Power Rangers reboot. You know, that's pretty much confirming that they're going to continue the legacy of the original 5 characters, but I believe it's going to be used and utilized better in terms of their character backgrounds, of where they came from, and we never got to see their parents long enough, yet we got to see them in the first 2-parters from season 1. That does not count. What does count is getting to see the Rangers with their parents, interacting with their families more, even if they have some conflicts, like Kimberly's parents in the comics of getting a divorce, seeing Zach's parents, you know, like if you read the Boom comics, like the Go-Go Power Rangers comics, I think they're gonna probably adapt some of those elements into the Jonathan Entwistle project. If I had to see him one day, I would have probably talked to him about the comics of how you could just use some of those elements to adapt those storylines into the reboot. And there are some people that still want a Shattered Grid storyline being adapted in live action, and I don't want them to do that. I want them to give a brand new origins, like kind of like how the Mortal Kombat 1 is doing, bringing in new origins of the characters that we grew up loving. If you could do that with the Power Rangers reboot, I think the audiences are going to end up loving Power Rangers even more. Yes, some people are tired of Mighty Morphin, but you have to remember, Mighty Morphin sells because that's what people remember Power Rangers from, is from Mighty Morphin. Whether it's from season 1, 2, or 3, minus the Alien Rangers, but Mighty Morphin season 1 is what people remember because it was the most successful because of them using the Sentai and matching it with the American actors and the costumes. But if you break away from that tokusatsu route and just being more original, but keep it faith towards the source material, I think this franchise will work. And so I believe what Simon Bennett was actually trying to say, and it does make sense in a sort of way. And I'm here for it. I'm ready.